What is up, App Nation? It is Steve P. Young, founder of appmasters.com, the place you go when you want action-packed content related to growing your app downloads and your revenue. Today, I want to show you a cool new ASO tool that I recently discovered where you can really maximize all your ASO efforts no matter what kind of experience you have with ASO, whether you're a beginner or super advanced. Let's get to it. All right, here's the tool. It is called Checkaso, checkaso.io. Now, full disclosure, I have all the features. I have a very paid plan with this account that I'm about to show you, but I will differentiate when there is a free feature that you guys can really look at versus when there is a paid. And all their paid plans come with a 7-day trial. So if you just sign up for that 7-day trial, you can really test drive the entire keyword tool. And then if you want to stay on, stay on. But just wanted to let you guys know that I have all the features. So you're about to see all the features. But here is one of the best features. And guess what? It happens to be a free feature. So you're going to get that added benefit. So what you want to do first and foremost, I've added a couple of apps in here. I've added Calm and Mesmerize. Right now, Mesmerize, as of today's recording, is number 1 for meditation. So I wanted to add that in there. But Calm, I love picking on Calm because they're so huge and they make so much money that they probably don't care that I'm doing all this stuff. All right, the first thing I want to show you guys is the ASO Index. So here is the ASO Index on the left. Then you hit Overview and you come over here. Now, this is absolutely free for everybody. If you sign up, you're going to get access to this. But this gives you, especially if you're a beginner, just some ways where you can be better optimized. So here's your title. Now, I know a lot of the tools have this, but here's your title, right? It shows you that obviously they're only doing number 2 for Calm because you want to put good keywords in your title. And if you just have your app name, you're not going to rank for it. Like I've said before, meditation and sleep should be in Calm's title. That's what it should be. And then they can really maximize. They are obviously maximizing their subtitle. So that's why they score a 10. And then you can see their full description, your keywords. Here's the visibility index. But anytime I see a score from an ASO tool, I'm always like, is it really true? Because are you just trying to get me to pay more money? Or does it really mean anything? But obviously you can see that Calm should probably score 7.6. And I put in a couple of my clients' apps in here and they've actually scored pretty well. Whereas I put in some of the other ASO tools and I've actually scored pretty poorly in them. And so I know this is a way more accurate depiction of the actual score, the actual ASO score. So here, great way to get started. You can see the average index too for your category. So Calm is in health and fitness, and most of the apps are scoring 7.9, which is really high, right? Like you put in other ASO tools, you probably see a really low score in most of these scores, but they're really high and Calm can do better. But I know, having spoken with some people at Calm, that ASO is not a huge priority for them. And then you can see some scores, some stats on how well you're doing, right, by date, and see the keyword possibilities, okay? So really cool stuff. Here's some of the keywords that you can see it, your competitive analysis, your ASO index by country, and see from a map view, you can see by a list view too. Hey, where are my top scores, ASO index wise? Which ones are my worst scores? So here's a great way of doing it. Your title looks like, oh, it's funny enough. Look, in Canada, they have sleep, meditation, meditate, relax. So their scores are way better in Canada and Australia. They're maximizing their Calm, and for some reason not in the US. So really interesting there, Calm. Really interesting that they have the right keywords in their app titles for all these other countries except the US. So pretty interesting. And you can see that. So you can put in any competitors and see what they have in their localization. So you don't have to actually use your app, right? All right, let's get into some of the cool tools that I've got for you. So this is the ASO Index, absolutely free for anybody. I would highly recommend if you're just starting out in ASO, or if you know a little bit about ASO but just want to report back and tell your bosses maybe that you should invest in ASO and you want to take a quick snapshot and get a good, nice little score, I would present that. And then you can say, like, look, boss, we went from like a 5.4 to a 7.6, right? We've done some things. All right, the next thing I want to show you guys is the analysis tab. So let's go in the overview first. Here, I really love this, right? So you still get the ASO index. You see your visibility score. Now they're doing phenomenally well. Here's the keyword intersection between Headspace. So it looks like Headspace has the most keyword intersection amongst all the other apps that we have as competitors. So like, okay, we're sharing a lot of good keywords. I love this part, right? And this is a little snapshot. So this is the paid part of Check ASO. But if you, obviously, you can sign up for a trial and check all these features out. But I love this. Look, 100 keywords in the top 1 position. Congrats, Calm. 241 top 5 and so forth. And so as you're doing ASO analysis, maybe you can show the growth of those keyword rankings too, right? Here's some more things. You can see the keywords. Now we haven't added any keywords, but you can see the top keywords with the biggest growth, the biggest movers, ones with the things that are falling, sleep sounds, Calm. It's falling here. Search visibility score by competitors. So they're doing way better than some of their competitors out there, competitors updates and so forth, right? So really good stuff there. The next part that I really like, and this is a brand new feature for them, is the performance tab. And I really love this. Here, you can again get a score, the top 5 countries that you rank for. And so that is phenomenal for when you're trying to really analyze when you should more, like whether it's paid marketing or whether it's ASO optimization, localization. This is a great way to kind of look into it. And here's another good way. So here's your top scores, here's your lowest scores. So now you're like thinking, all right, maybe I should try to localize for these countries, because, or just do a little bit, you know? We saw that list before. They had it localized for a lot of different countries. Maybe consider these too, moving forward, Calm. The other things I want to show you guys, this impression. So you know how most tools just give you this score? You're like, what does that score even mean? I know that's a question I get a lot from my clients. Well, here, Check ASO is saying like, this is the average score for that particular keyword. The average, search volume. So now you can actually have a legit number. I'm not sure how accurate this thing is, but it gives you some number, some sense of how much search volume is there is for a particular keyword, I should say, right? So now it's a lot better than just having some random 67 score out of 100, okay? So I love that. The other things I want to show you guys, so you can see ranks. So I'm going to click on ranks, which I love, and you can see by country. So if I wanted to do Canada, right, I can do this. And if I wanted to do France too, because I know Calm is localized in French. So now you can see all the different keyword rankings by country, right? So that's really interesting. Unlike other ASO tools, it's really difficult, right, to see how well you do. And I'm sure that there's a little space here, so that's probably why it's happening. So let me pick meditation, for example. All right, by country. Great. Now I can say, give me everything. Give me definitely Canada, definitely give me Europe, and you can do all, but I won't do that to you guys. I might put France, I might put Germany. Now you can see a quick snapshot by country. So are your localization efforts, really showing fruit? So maybe not. Here, you're like, France, we're number 6 for meditation, but for all the other countries, we're in the top 3, which is really good. So maybe even think about in French, well, obviously it might not be meditation, but might be meditation in France or in French that you should be ranking well for, right? So really cool way, whereas most tools, it's harder to do this. This is a great snapshot. And then you save it as PNG and share it with your boss or your clients or whoever it is. Here's another great one by competitors. So you can see how well your competitors rank for that particular term, right? Super easy snapshot. Really, really cool. The next thing I want to show you from a localization perspective is how do you figure out what things mean in different countries or different languages. So I'm going to pick here, instead of having US, I'm going to pick France. All right. Now you can see all the keywords that Check ASO has sort of thought about, like, hey, these are probably some good keywords. Like, you're like, okay, cool. Are there some French words? Okay, it's loading some more. Huh, interesting. And we can even load some more. So now you're like, all right, well, let me see by rank. And you could even see, all right, which ones do Headspace rank really well for? Let me just check that. All right, cool. Look at all this stuff. All right. And then you're like, all right, there's no search volume. So let's maybe sort by search volume. Okay. Now, what I love about this is, look, we have a French word here. I don't know what it means. And what I would have to do in other ASO tools is kind of go to Google Translate, right? But here, not anymore. I can just say translate keywords. Now, small bamboo. I don't know what that means and how that translates well for us, but meditation, great. Sports, free sports. Sleep, okay, well, obviously that's just sleep. But calm for free. So now you can see a lot of the keywords being translated in other countries. So really, really cool way of just seeing which keywords and their direct translations you're able to kind of just get here. So like simile, right? Sleep, like, oh, cool. We're number 8. All right, we're killing headspace on this particular keyword. Should we move this into our app title? All right, guys, the last thing I want to show you guys, you're going to go back to this. We're going to go to the ASO editor. Now, this isn't, when you say ASO editor, it isn't an editor in the sense of being able to just fully submit to the app store. So they don't have this feature yet. But what I do like about this, it gives you the scores and the number of keywords that are showing up in the search volume. So here's what you normally would have to do, right? Like this is the best way to utilize this. They already have the title, they have the subtitle, they have the long description. We don't know what the keywords are, but we can sort of guess, right? And so when you have this, when you're doing optimization and you're utilizing that crazy spreadsheet that I have, you can copy and paste everything here, right? For example, and you can see the keywords and the number of keywords that you're going after and their search volume. So obviously you want a good number of keywords that you're targeting in this like range, like 40 and plus, right? You don't want too many down here. You want a lot up here. And so that's a great way of really seeing, all right, where are my keywords? Which ones am I using? Am I using all the ones I really want to use? Here's some meditation, cool sleep sounds. And when I am using it, it starts really highlighting. So here, obviously, we have meditation, sleep, calm. This should be highlighted as well, but we have calm. Let's see, we should put headspace just for fun. So they give you some tips on what is happening. You know, you can repeat these words here. So headspace, calm. So now headspace is lit up, highlighted, because it says, hey, you know, you're using it. So it starts highlighting all the keywords that you're tracked. So let's say all the important keywords, you want to track them. Are they being used? If they are, they will be highlighted, right? And so it's a great way of just getting some idea, like a great visual on the keywords that you are going after, right? Like you can see it like, okay, I didn't miss anything. For me, that's like that. It's like, I didn't miss anything. And yes, I'm going after the higher traffic keywords. Yes, they might be a little bit competitive, but if you're in part of the academy, you'll know how to hack some of those rankings. But again, you want to go after the keywords that have really good traffic and volume because that's how you get the additional downloads. All right, guys, that's it. What did you think? I really love the ASO Index. I really love the analysis and some of the features they're working on. So if you're interested in checking out this tool, go check them out. It is checkaso.io, checkaso.io, or do me a favor, you can check them out. Use the link below because it's all tracked, right? And so let them know that I sent you by using that link into the description, and then leave in the comments, what was your favorite part of this video? What's a feature that that you thought was like, oh man, this is gonna really help improve my ASO workflow? All right, guys, that's it. Give me some feedback on what you thought of the video and what you think of the tool as well. You can always leave a comment below or reach out to me, steve@appmasters.com. All right, until next time, I'll see you on the next video.